Good evening, everyone. I am Vlad. This is Pepsi Center, and this is the Burgundy Rainbow postgame show for Friday, March 2nd, 2018. The Colorado Avalanche in Game 3 of their 4-game homestand. And the Minnesota Wild coming into town on the second half of a back-to-back. Let's go ahead and get right to it. The Avs were looking to win their third straight at home during this homestand. And the Minnesota Wild were looking to bounce back from a 5-2 loss last night in Arizona. Critical points were on the line as playoff implications were in play tonight. Let's see what happened. Well, if you're a Minnesota Wild fan, a whole lot of nothing happened because the Avalanche got off to a really good start in the first period, and once they got going, there was no looking back. Gabriel Landeskog scored his first goal of the first goal of the game, his 21st of the season, at 9:42. Assists went to Mikko Rantanen and Sam Girard, and then just a little over 3 minutes later, Nathan MacKinnon would get number 30. 30 goals for number 29. Excuse me. 30 goals for number 29. Mikko Rantanen and Tyson Barrie would get the assists on number 30 for Nathan MacKinnon, and the Avs would go to the locker room with a 2-0 lead at the end of the first period. Second period, the Avs would pick up right where they left off. Just about 6 minutes in, Tyson Barrie would score the third goal of the game, his 8th of the season. Assists go to Mikko Rantanen and Nathan MacKinnon, and Nathan MacKinnon decided that he wasn't done. He didn't want to stop at 30, so let's go with 31. So just a couple of minutes later, he got that 31st goal of his season. Sam Girard and Patrick Nemeth got the assists on that play. So 4-0 Avs at this point. So right now, we're all probably wondering just exactly when or how Devan Dubnyk will finish his night. Well, if you're Carl Soderberg, what's one more goal? So, Carl put one more past Devan Dubnyk. 12th of the year for Carl Soderberg. Gabe Bourque would get the assist on the play there. And that would do it for Dubnyk. So, he gets the hook. Enter Alex Stalock. He of the 5-goal performance against the Arizona Coyotes the previous evening comes in relief. How much relief he got? Well, not a whole lot, because Mikko Rantanen decided that he wanted to get in on the action again. But this time in goal form, he scored his 21st goal of the season. Nathan MacKinnon getting another assist. Patrick Nemeth with his second assist on the night. Avs now lead by a half dozen over the Minnesota Wild, 6-0. Unfortunately, the Minnesota Wild decided that Varley wasn't going to get a shutout tonight, so on a delayed penalty against the Avs and towards the dying seconds of the second period, or the dying minutes of the second period, Mikko Koivu would score, and there goes the shutout. 6-1 Avs going into the second intermission. The Avs would get one more goal in the third, courtesy of Matt Nieto, his 12th of the season. Blake Como and Nathan MacKinnon would get the assists on that one, and that would be your final. The Avs 7, Minnesota 1, and a huge 2 points in the Central Division, and a huge 2 points for the Avalanche as they continue their pursuit of the wild card in the Central Division. Not a lot of penalties in tonight's contest. The Wild did outshoot the Avs 32-26 overall. 3 stars of the game, of course. Who else but Nathan MacKinnon would get number 1? Mikko Rantanen, second star. Patrick Nemeth with 2 assists, third star. So an Avalanche clean sweep on the whole for the 3 stars of the game. So the Avs in 2 goals. In two games against the Wild, outscore the Wild 12-3. Is this real? it's real, folks. This is the same Minnesota Wild that gave the Avalanche fits over the course of many years. I won't mention playoffs, but this is the same Minnesota Wild team that the Avs had been struggling against for a long time. And to see the Avalanche essentially just put down the Wild in total domination tonight, not to mention the last meeting on Milan Agic retirement night, this is something that Avs fans have been dying to see for years. That the Avs would carve out their pound of flesh on the Minnesota Wild, and they're doing it this season. And it feels really good. So, not just for fans, but I'm sure a lot of the folks that are on the roster are breathing a sigh of relief, saying now they don't notice. We have their number. So we've got the advantage, and now we have the confidence to skate with these guys, to hang with these guys, and to play their brand of hockey against the Minnesota Wild, something that they have struggled to do in years past. So, very good effort from the Avs tonight. Third straight win in the homestand. Coming up next, of course, the Nashville Predators in a Sunday afternoon affair. Of course, the Avs have had some struggles with Nashville, but they really have a chance to make it a clean sweep in the homestand. And boy, wouldn't that be something. So, before we wrap up, let's go ahead and take a quick look at scores around the league right now. We'll start with the ones that have playoff implications for the Avs. Right now in Anaheim, the Ducks lead the Blue Jackets by a score of 3-1. So unfortunately, that's not doing the Avs a whole lot of favors. So Columbus needs to step their game up and throw the Avs a bone here. The New York Rangers actually did the Avs a favor tonight. They defeated the Calgary Flames by a score of 3-1. So the playoff picture right now, let's take a look at the wild card standings. Right now, the Avs are in that final wild card spot with 75 points. So Calgary doesn't gain any ground. Excuse me. Calgary doesn't gain any ground due to their loss. And unless things turn around in a hurry with the Blue Jackets and the Ducks, the Avs won't be sitting in that wild card position for very long. But they're in great shape because they will have still one game in hand on the Ducks at the conclusion of tonight's contest. So we'll go ahead and wrap things up here. A fantastic night here at Pepsi Center. Final score: Avalanche 7, Minnesota Wild 1. And if you'll excuse me, I think Devin Dubnyk lost a few of these downstairs on the ice, so maybe we should go and return these to him. So that's going to do it for me. I am Vlad. This has been the Burgundy Rainbow post-game show. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. For continuing conversation on the Colorado Avalanche and tonight's game, head to burgundyrainbow.com, go to the Burgundy Rainbow Discord, and head to the GDT channel. And stay tuned to burgundyrainbow.com for continuing coverage on the Colorado Avalanche as they continue their homestand and their march towards the playoffs. I am Vlad. I thank you for watching, and until next time, let's go Avs.